This video is for educational purposes. Sharjah is the third most populous city in the United Arab Emirates, after Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It is the capital of the Emirate of Sharjah and forms part of the Dubai-Sharjah-Ajman metropolitan area. Sharjah is the capital of the eponymous emirate. The emirate shares legal, political, military and economic functions with the other emirates of the UAE within a federal framework, although each emirate has jurisdiction over some functions such as civil law enforcement and provision and upkeep of local facilities. Sharjah has been ruled by the Al-Qasimi dynasty since the 18th century. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. The city is a center for culture and industry, and alone contributes 7.4% of the GDP of the United Arab Emirates. The city covers an approximate area of 235 square kilometers and has a population of over 1,800,000, 2022 to 2023. The sale or consumption of alcoholic beverages is prohibited in the Emirate of Sharjah without possession of an alcohol license, and alcohol is not served in hotels, restaurants, or other outlets in Sharjah, due to the Muslim majority in the area. This has helped Sharjah increase the number of Islamic tourists who visit the country. Sharjah has been officially named as a WHO Healthy City. The 2016 edition of QS Best Student Cities ranked Sharjah as the 68th best city in the world to be a university student. Sharjah is regarded as the cultural capital of the UAE, and was the Islamic culture capital of 2014 and Sharjah World Book Capital for 2019 by UNESCO. On January 1, 2022, Sharjah made history when its public sector adopted a 4-day working week and a 3-day weekend, becoming the first government sector in the Gulf region and the entire Middle East to fully adopt a 4-day working week. The origin of the name of Sharjah is unknown, with most common interpretations linking the origin of the word Sharjah to the word shark due to the fact that the city is located to the east of Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and that Sharjah was the easternmost settlement at the time. However, other interpretations have disputed the origin of the name based on location, and suggested instead that it refers to the word Shuruk. Further theories have linked the name to a pre-Islamic idol called Abd al-Sharek that transformed into Sharjah. The origin of the word has also been linked to the Andalusi Arabic usage of the word, which was used to refer to a fort. Sharjah was historically one of the wealthiest towns in this region, with a settlement in existence for over 5,000 years. In the early 18th century, the Huwaila tribe of the Qawasim clan established itself in Sharjah c. 1727, declaring Sharjah independent. On January 8, 1820, Sheikh Sultan I signed the General Maritime Treaty with Britain, accepting a protectorate to keep the Ottoman Turks out. Like its neighbors Ajman, Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, and Al Quwain, Sharjah's position on the route to India made it important enough to be recognized as a salute state, be it of the lowest class, 3 guns. In 1829, English author and traveler James Silk Buckingham described Sharjah as such. In the course of the night, we had passed the port of Sharjah, on the Arabian coast, which is not an island, Niebuhr's chart, the only one in which it is inserted, but a small town, on a sandy beach, containing from 5 to 600 inhabitants. It is situated in lat. 25 degrees 34 minutes north, and lies 11 leagues southwest of a small island, close to the shore, called Jezeret el Hamra, and 3 leagues southwest of Sharjah is Abu Hail. By the turn of the 20th century, Sharjah extended inland to the area now known as Wayzat suburb, the area between the city and Dade being under the control of the tribes of the interior. With some 15,000 inhabitants, Sharjah had some 4 or 5 shops in Layya and a bazaar of some 200 shops in Sharjah proper. At the height of World War II, Nazi propaganda infiltrated the town. Loud transmissions of pro-Hitler speeches could be heard emanating from the Sheikh of Sharjah's palace during a period in 1940, and messages sharing a similar sentiment had been graffitied on walls in the town center according to British intelligence reports at the time. Because the message being propagated by the Germans was one of anti-imperialism, it found a sympathetic audience among some of the Emirates' populace, particularly Abdullah bin Faris, a secretary of the Sheikh who was responsible for the broadcasts. After the Sheikh was confronted by the British, he wrote a letter reiterating his support for the British war efforts and disputed the charges laid out against bin Faris. Attached to the letter was a petition signed by 48 prominent individuals testifying to bin Faris' character, which, according to the British, had been misrepresented to the signees. The incident resolved after the Sheikh and bin Faris ceased transmitting propaganda and doubled down on their support of the British. On December 2, 1971, Sharjah, together with Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Ajman, Al Kuwain, and Fujairah joined in the Act of Union to form the United Arab Emirates. The seventh emirate, Ras Al Khaimah, joined the UAE on February 10, 1972 following Iran's annexation of Ras Al Khaimah's Tons Islands. Like the other former trucial states, Sharjah's name is known by many stamp collectors because of the large numbers of stamps that were issued by the Sharjah Post Office shortly before the formation of the United Arab Emirates. These became part of a class of virtually worthless stamps known to collectors as dunes. Many of these items feature subjects unrelated to the emirates whose names they bear, and therefore many catalogs do not list them. Sharjah is the third largest city in the United Arab Emirates after Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The palace of the ruler of the Emirate of Sharjah, Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, is located about 20 kilometers, 12 miles, southeast of the city. The city of Sharjah overlooks the Persian Gulf and has a population of over 1,600,000, 2022. It contains the main administrative centers of the government of Sharjah alongside commercial, cultural, and traditional projects. The city hosts several museums of archaeology, natural history, science, arts, heritage, Islamic art, and culture. Distinctive landmarks include two major covered souks, reflecting Islamic design, and a number of recreational areas and public parks such as Al Montaza Fun Park and Al Buhaira Corniche. The city is also notable for its numerous elegant mosques. Named after the large Rala, banyan tree, that once stood in the square, which inspired the sculpture at the center of the park, Rala Square is a common location for workers to stroll during the weekends. Bank Street is located near the main area of Rala. Many bank branches and offices are located on the street. Al Hizn, also known as Sharjah Fort, was a fortified complex built in 1823 as the headquarters of the then-independent Emirate of Sharjah and the residence of the Al Qasimi family. Situated in the center of the city, it was closed for renovations from 1996 to 2015, when it reopened its doors as an open-air museum under the administration of the Sharjah Museums Authority. Located between the Blue Souk and Fish Market, near the Union Bank Tower, the floral call to cheer up etched on the roundabout has lent its name to the roundabout itself. Smile, you're in Sharjah, is a welcome sign, spelled out in flowers in the middle of a roundabout notorious for its rush-hour traffic jams. The Souk al-Markazi, or Gold Souk, is a tourist destination and comprises a gold souk, clothing souk, and antiques and jewelry shops. Mahata Fort, now known as the Al-Mahata Museum, is a museum on the site of the first airport built in the region in 1932 by Imperial Airways. The accompanying fort was constructed by then-ruler of Sharjah Sultan bin Sakr Al Qasimi as a rest stop for traveling crew and for protection against any potential attacks. The fort and airport were used extensively by the Royal Air Force during World War II, and after the war the fort became the headquarters of the Trucial Oman Scouts. The airport remained in use until 1977 when Sharjah International Airport opened. The runway strip was converted into a highway and the buildings were renovated into Al-Mahata Museum, which opened in 2000. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. See you in the next one.